this is the spread we have for Leo, for those of you who have Leo as sun, moon, or rising sign. For those of you with Leo sun, this is your month. Congratulations. Happy birthday to all of you from the 24th of July to the 23rd of August. Alright, so if you have any doubts regarding your rising sign or your moon sign, I'm going to leave you here a video where I teach you how to make your natal chart online for free, okay? And how to identify immediately your rising sign and your moon sign. If you're here for your first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Please consider subscribing to the channel and pressing the bell button to know when we have new videos around here. And also you can leave us a like if you like the video, or leave us a comment, your suggestions, or any doubts that you may have in the comment box. That's your home, and I'm more than happy to read the comments that you leave and answer them if that's the case. So, let's go with the spread. So Leo, for this month, has an amazingly creative energy and a lot going on in their minds. Why? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards of swords. So the air element here working a lot. So you have your mind going through the roof. Then we have one card of pentacles, one or coins, one of cups, and one of wands or rods. So you have here a lot of stuff going on. But especially the element of air is the one that's going to be moving stuff around in your life this month. In this case, your mind's going to be through the roof, which is natural to happen because Mercury has been retrograde and will be entering the sign of Leo very soon in its forward movement. So we have here the energy of the Magician and the Five of Swords. What does this mean? The Magician is the one that has the power to pick up the elements, and with them make something happen, materialize something, create something physically usable. All right. So the energy of the Magician is an energy of beginnings, of creativity, and of materialization, of bringing something into the reality, the palpable reality. All right. Then you have the Five of Swords. What does this tell me? You're going to have a lot of creative energy going on this month, but you may have to fight for your creations. Maybe you have ideas, projects that you want to bring into the world, and then you're going to have to fight for them, okay? You're going to have to defend your ideas, either to your family, to your friends, to your co-workers, whatever, but there's going to be here a mental battle. It may also be the case that you have a lot of stuff going on through your mind and you have to make decisions and you don't know where to turn because you don't want to feel disappointed with your choices, okay? So you have to be careful not to turn this fight, this mental fight, onto yourself, okay? But especially this energy would represent a great creative power that will need to be defended or justified in front of someone or in the face of some happenings that may be going on in your life, all right? But a lot of energy for you to start something, to create something, to bring something into the world. So it's going to be an amazing month to do so, all right? Then we have the challenge of the month. And by challenge, I mean that the idea is for you to achieve this, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult to manifest, all right? And so in here, you have the card of Death with the Ace of Swords. The aces are usually confirmations. So in this case, you have here a confirmation that indeed you need to let something die in your life. The card of Death is a card of renovation. It's a card of transformation. It's a card that usually shows up when there is something that needs to be changed, something that needs to be let go so that something else can take its place. It may be a habit. It may be stuff, physical stuff, okay? It may be ideas. In this case, I would go with that because it comes with the Ace of Swords. may be ideas, it may be ways of thinking, beliefs, people, depending. In this case, I would say that there is something in your mind that you need to change. Either your thought process or some habits that you have ingrained in your life because you think that they are good for you. The way you think, the way you organize your thought process, something here needs to be changed, okay? So that something else may take its place, may use that energy, all right? And you will need to make this change in order for the energy of the magician to completely flourish and be used to its full potential, all right? So see in your life what it is that you've already been feeling that you should change, that you should intervene on, okay? It may be anything, but especially it will be connected to the ways you think and to the ways you use your mind. And see what needs to be changed, how you can change it, and then bless and let go whatever it is that has been hindering you and bring a new understanding and a new way of looking at stuff into your life, okay? So let's look at the rest of the energies for you, Leo, this month. And we have the love energy coming with the card of the Justice and a King of Swords. So, Leo is a fire sign. Nevertheless, we have here two cards representing the air element, all right? And at the same time, those are cold cards. We have here Justice, that's cold, that's air, that's Justice, it's to cut straight through something, to see something the way it is. And then we have the King of Swords, also sharp mind, the ability to see stuff the way they are, the ability to be very strict, very direct, very nonchalant. Well, these cards, they take away the pink goggles out of anything, okay? And they make you look at it with precision. They make you look at it with the eyes of reality and see things for what they really are, okay? So in this case, if you are in a relationship, it may be the case that either you or your partner have been too focused on something else or too focused in the relationship and forgetting about everything else, okay? In the card, with the card of Justice, what tells me is that something is out of balance and it needs to be justified, okay? You are either not caring enough about the relationship, about your partner, about what's going on, and all the responsibility has been falling into his arms or her arms, of course. Whereas you have been bothered with other subjects, or you are the one who are giving yourself away way too much and the other person is not contributing as much. In either case, you need to look at stuff the way they are. You need to look at this relationship for what it is, what it brings you, what it takes away from you, and see if it's still worthy to be there, or to see what can be done, okay? With the King of Swords, I would say that a good conversation, a straight conversation, would be a good idea where you are very objective and very assertive about what you feel, what you think, and what you think that you might be changed or that might need to be changed, all right? You need to come to this conversation in a very assertive way. Look, I have been feeling this, I don't like this, I think that this could be changed this way, or I think that we could do this in this and that way, all right? Come with what you feel or with the questions, and also come with the solutions or what you feel that might be acceptable for you, so that the other person may have what to say and arguments to talk about, or can say if the other person is on board with your plan or not, all right? So you have here to make a very clear conversation of what you are expecting, what happened, or what's going on. Or in either case, if you are the one that has been kind of aloof in the relationship, explain what's going on, explain what you feel, say that you're sorry if that's the case, and show your true emotions, show your true arguments. This is a no lies, no filters kind of conversation. It's to be very, very straight and real, and you can't have subterfuges here, okay, all right? It's a conversation that is supposed to be very clean. Also, if you are married, or if you've been together for a long time and you want to invest in this relationship, and you think that that won't be done with a simple conversation, this King of Swords may also represent a counselor, a marriage counselor that can give you a hand to both of you to make your needs be understood by the other side. Because in this case, it's a matter of understanding. It's a matter of air, all right? It's in your mind. It has to reach your mind so that you know what's going on with the other side and with yourself, so that you both can come to a middle ground, all right? To common ground. If you are alone, this is a great month for you to evaluate yourself, your previous relationships, your family relationships, whatever it is that has been going on in your life and that might have hindered your relationships so far. Look at stuff with clean eyes, not either blaming everything in yourself or blaming everything in the other person. Looking at things with clean eyes, clean mind, and exactly being able to allocate what's going on to what happened to who made it happen, or to the circumstances that made it happen, all right? So that you are able to process this, see what you have learned, what you have lost, what you could have done different, what you think that you should have done different, what if it was really possible, if it was real, your ideas, your assumptions, your expectations. Look at stuff the way they are and then bless them and move on, all right? This is a great month for you to prepare for a new relationship, maybe even seeking counseling, or by having a conversation with an older friend, someone who can help you shine some light on stuff that have been hard for you to understand. So this is a great month for you to work on this. It's not a month for you to find love, not at all, I wouldn't say so, but it's a great month for you to prepare the path for a new love, including for you to define what you would like to find in a new relationship in a balanced and fair way, all right? Not to put your hopes up in the air, or to just imagine something that is completely intangible. It's a good month for you to realistically assess what you would need and require from a relationship and what you have to bring to the table, all right? So let's see what we have for your money. And for your money, we have the Temperance and the Seven of Swords. First warning, take care of your credit cards. The Seven of Swords is a card that's usually associated with theft. And the theft that it's not immediately visible. So be careful. The first thing that came to my mind is card cloning. So be careful to see if your cards are not cloned. Use ATMs that are always certified, that have a constant vigilance or something, so that you don't run into this kind of problem. The Temperance here is a card that comes to tell me that you'll have money if you have balance. Meaning, it doesn't mean that you're gonna receive little money or a lot of money. It means that whatever money you have is enough. But you need to have balance. You need to be careful with how you spend it, all right? So if you're looking for instant gratification by buying something, or if you are clinging on too much to your money instead of letting it flow, both situations will create a position where you may bring this energy into your life. You either lose your money, or it's stolen from you, or you don't have access to it for a while. So you need to balance this money energy, all right? Don't overspend it just because you think that you have enough, or because you think that you need some gratification, or you need to feel good or whatever. But also don't cling too hard to it. Pay your stuff, see what you have left, and then enjoy it, but don't overspend it, all right? So it's a game of balance. That's the idea. That's the relationship that you should create and develop with money for this month, all right? And the card of the Seven of Swords talks to me about stuff that may be coming around either card cloning or stuff that you've been paying for that it's not exactly necessary or that has been overcharging you, and you need to look at stuff. You need to for you to have a balanced relationship with your money, you need to pay attention to it. It's not just to chuck things into automatic debit and not look at it anymore. You need to actually look at your money, look what's going on with it, and see if everything is right the way it should be. All right? So now let's look at your health. And regarding your health, we have the Emperor and the Six of Coins. What does this tell me? The Emperor usually is sitting down. So even though it's a card of well-being, it's a card of indulgence. Okay? And the card that talks about sedentarism. So regarding your health, you may have here the representation of problems that come due to sedentarism, lack of sports, such as, for example, having a little bit too much fat in your body, all right? You may have your veins clogged by too much grease, cholesterol, bad cholesterol. It may be the case that you have hypertension or even a fat liver. Your liver is not being able to process all the fat and all the sugar that you're giving it, and so it's storing it, and your body may not be having the best process. All right. So this is a card that usually talks about these situations. So it might be a good idea for you to go for a checkup and see if you actually have the need to exercise a little bit more. Okay. And if you do, go out and exercise. Whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. You can go and swim, you can run, you can jump rope, you can use weights. You can even do something as simple as attaching some weights to your legs and to your arms while you are going around your daily chores. Okay, just because you have some added weight, it will be enough for you to exercise something. All right, it won't be much of an exercise. It may not be way too effective or the effects may not be seen too fast, but it will be enough for your body to spend a few more calories and to help gradually improve your health in that situation. Don't forget that you have here a Six of Coins. The Six of Coins again has the energy of balance here. It's a scale that you have here, and that's they're trying to balance it. Whatever it is that you put into yourself, you will have the same return. So if you exercise, I believe that you'll see the results very fast. If you don't, you will also see the accumulation of fat or some problems regarding your muscles to show up very quickly. So this is you give, you get kind of card, and coming with the Emperor, I would say that it's an energy that is slow, okay, but steady, and that as much as you give, you will have in return. Okay, it's a build-up kind of energy. Okay, so if you exercise, you'll see results. If you don't, you will also see the results of that. All right. So then we have your work card, and I think that this is a card that has the most to do with your love life, with your money life, and with the energy in general. Why? Because it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's a very fast card, and it comes to the Five of Cups. What do we have here? The Wheel of Fortune is a very fast card. It's a card of changes, usually changes for the best. Doesn't mean that we see those changes as good, as in a first impact, okay? But usually they are for the best for us, okay? So, with the Wheel of Fortune, I'd say that there are some fast changes happening in your work life. Some of them may come either from a disappointment or with a disappointment attached, all right? This comes with the Five of Cups. This is the card of crying over spilled milk. As you can see, she still has 2 cups in her hands, but the other 3 are broken. But again, there are still 2 good cups in her hands, which means that there is something good out of it. There is some hope in there. There is some solace. There is something that is not completely lost. The charm is broken, but it's not completely lost. So, what I would say for you who are seeking a job, I would say that probably you'll find a job, With the Wheel of Fortune, it's a very fast acting card, so I would say that you'll find a job. Probably won't be what you were looking for. Either the offer seemed better on paper and then in reality it's not as good as it seemed, or you find a job, then find out that you don't like it, and you get some new inside knowledge and some new insight into yourself and what you want, and then you seek for a different job, and then yes, you get something that you would like, or you need to go seeking for a new job because you were disappointed with the old one. Whatever way it is, if you are seeking for a job, I believe that you'll find it, but it won't be as good as it seems at first sight. All right. For those of you who are expecting to see if your contract will be renovated, I would say that it's possible. With the card of the wheel, anything is possible. It is possible that your contract is renovated, but conditions are different and they're not as good as they were before. It's possible that your contract is not renovated and then you feel disappointed with the company and you have to go seeking a new job. So this, if you are waiting to see if the contract will be renovated, this is a very touch and go situation. It's not quite possible to see what's coming out of it. With the Wheel of Fortune, usually you know that something's going to change, you just don't know what or how. Okay. If you are with a steady contract, if you've been there for a couple of years, there may be changes happening to the way you work, or to your workplace, or to your work team. Something probably that will leave you a little bit disappointed. Either you pitched an idea that's been delivered to someone else to work with, or your team has changed, or your functions have changed. Something may be changed that will leave you a little bit disappointed. But the disappointment is momentary. It's just momentary. After that, things evolve for the best. Again, with the Wheel of Fortune, things change. Sometimes we don't see the good in this change immediately. We'll only see after. And if this change brings out the truth in something and you can finally see it for what it is, it's always good because you keep your experience, but then you know where to put your trust. Okay? So don't see it as something bad straight away. Just look at stuff the way they are. Again, coming with this very straightforward energy. Look at stuff the way they are so that then you can make peace with your feelings and then move on, taking away with you the best from this experience. All right? Then we have your spirituality energy. And here we have the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. Both cards are very fast. Okay, the Eight of Wands is something that's happening swiftly. Changes, news, trips, whatever it is may happen. It happens fast. All of a sudden, you have this information, this situation going on, this trip scheduled. And with the Chariot, it's pretty much the same as well. It's a very fast-moving card. It's usually a card of triumph, a card of something going on for your greater good. The Chariot is what I call the to-do list card, because you made a decision and now you need to decide which steps you need to take and which ones you should take first. So put them in order to get from point A to point B. Okay, you need to align your horses so that they both work together to take you where you want to get. So this is an amazing energy telling me whatever it is that you decide to do with your spirituality this month, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen fast. Say that this month you want to develop your intuition, or you want to improve your meditation abilities, or you want to dedicate yourself more to a voluntary work, to your voluntary work, or to any craft or any activity that you do that connects you with the whole. So this month, it's the month when you're going to put a goal in front of you, and you're going to be able to achieve that goal, and very fast. All right. Also, if you are using your spirituality, say for a vision board or for affirmations or whatever, it's also a month where you're going to see results happening much faster. Okay, so it's a good month for you to use your spiritual energy. Also, if you need to make changes to your to the way you practice your spirituality, it would be a good month for you to do so. So let's see what we have with the Ascended Masters and the Isis Oracle as advice for you this month. And with the Ascended Masters, we have Isis, nonetheless, telling you to balance your career and home life. Something we may have already talked about here in the card of Justice. And Isis says as follows. You drew this card as a reminder to keep balance in your life. You can do this more easily than you may imagine. You already know which part of your life is lopsided, and you may be feeling symptoms of burnout from this imbalance. You can rapidly shift your energy in positive ways by devoting time each day to your priorities. Even 30 minutes a day spent in meaningful ways will lift your mood, morale, and motivation. Additional meanings for this card may be, play is a much needed requirement for you right now. Okay, so relax. Make sure that your needs are being met. Delegate work to others, so make sure your needs are being met. We have here the Temperance. Say no to unrealistic demands upon your time. You see that stack of work the boss put in front of you 5 minutes before you had to leave? Yeah, that's the kind of stuff where you should use your assertivity and say, hey, thank you, I'm gonna look at this first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, this is an example of unrealistic demands upon your time. Be honest with yourself and keep healthy boundaries in your work and home life. Spend more time devoted to activities that make your heart sing with joy. So, an amazing card here. And then we have the Isis Oracle talking to us about talismans of potency, charging sacred objects of power. Sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, and learning to bring physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. Your love for the physical world of matter is a gift to the earth too. The Magician. This card is the Magician to a T. You are guided to cleanse and charge sacred objects to empower your energy field and accomplish your spiritual mission now. These objects might be a wand, a chalice or sword, a bowl, or even a special tile with an image that you love, a statue, cloth with a beautiful design, a natural crystal or a black mirror, or a rock, shell, or feather you found waiting for you whilst out in nature one day. If finding a gift in nature, it is wise to ask the spirit of the earth if the item in question is intended for your healing work, and if you feel it is, then of course, receive it with gratitude. If not, bless it and move on. This oracle is seeking to draw your awareness to your special ability to work with material objects to awaken spiritual light within them. The material world is filled with light, and our loving attention can help awaken that light within form. In the same way that someone seeing the best in you, knowing what you are truly capable of, can help you reach your dreams and become that self more fully, so too can holding an awareness that just like our bodies, the material world holds its own light and benefits from love, attention, and care. This is the loving art of integrating spirit into matter, and it is part of your spiritual potency and healing gift, to be able to love the physical world as an element of your spiritual journey. Objects become talismans when they are cleansed, dedicated, and charged with sacred intent. This is consecration, or the rendering of something into sacredness. Talismans are a way to enjoy a spiritual relationship with the material world. It is not a matter of not being able to work without them, but more of enjoyment and beauty of working with the material world in a spiritual way. This is also a way to heal any difficult relationship that you may have had with your mother, your body, eating and food, or with financial or physical security. It can also include difficulties in bringing your ideas into physical form, living your path in a practical and material way, and any other issues that stem from a wounded relationship to matter, no matter how somehow seeing it as less than spirit. What a wonderful and varied healing effects talisman can bring you. It all starts with the honoring of light in matter, the sacredness of material world. So this is a card that calls for you to honor the energy of money, to honor the energy of creation, and to use it as a talisman for you to improve yourself this month. So I have here this spread for you. I think that was absolutely wonderful and absolutely healing. I hope that you have liked it, that it made sense, that it helped you, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Don't forget to share these words with those that you believe might benefit from it. Also, don't forget to press subscribe and the bell button to know when we have new videos around here on the channel, and to leave us a like, a comment, or a suggestion in our comment box. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!